just came around the plots this morning to check on some of the fig trees. I think I can see a few Bogisod trees ripening. This is the American version from, I think, I don't know what park it is. I'll put the name up, but it's not the same as the other Bogisod trees I've got from the UK. Smith ripening left and right, also being eaten by slugs and snails and woodlice. Woodlice is my number one enemy here. See that? It's even ripening all the way up. So what they do is because figs, unfortunately, when they ripen, they get softer and they get the cracks. The woodlice, well, they're actually trying to do something good for us. They think it's rotten away, and then they come and start eating them. But unfortunately, it's not good for fig growers like us. I've got all these Smith ripening here. The fig also got a couple of blackish here from UC Davis ripening. Go on, do it without trying not to hurt my back when I'm doing it. Also got a Smith there, it's a nice fig. Yeah, the woodlice just started to munch on it. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice day today. Got all these Smith ripening. Also got Succorex ripening here. Succorex, a nice fig. And of course we got our Verdolino. So these are some of the figs. Well, it's October now, and I think we're gonna have a few nice days now, which is lucky. It's always welcome. But we've been picking these figs since end of August. See, these two I missed, but it's not been touched by woodlice for some reason. So I'll pick the other one now because I think it's gonna drop otherwise. That one I missed. So yeah, unfortunately I'm not here all the time, and I do miss a lot of figs to bugs and birds, but that's okay, we can't eat them all. I can't see any ripe figs on that tree over there. It's Coteria, and then we got Delarena. I don't think they called it seed tat or cheat tat will ripen this year because I pruned it last year and it took its time to come back, but we'll see. They might ripen in the next couple of weeks. But Smith looks like they will all ripen. Smith is a wild type fig. They look like that in 1 week, and next week will come back and then they're like puffed up like that. So it's a lovely variety. The Sesek fig is very similar to Smith, but I think Sesek is slightly darker and the leaves are slightly more elongated. Okay, so just want to show you all these figs here. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so I came down here to this plot to pick some more figs. Unfortunately, I think we got a mice problem in this tunnel. Mice or rat, I don't know. So as you can see, that's gone. I was really looking forward to that, so I might as well actually pick the other ones now. Never tried this variety, Paradiso Giovanni. Got one more here that's ready. So I'll pick that one. That's Segrigio, Del Sermitans. It's ready. These ones are not ready yet. So I took some leaves off these fig trees and I can see they are ripening now. That's Verdal Negra. So I might actually put some Organza baggies over on top of these figs because I really wanted to try them. They are swelling up now. This here is a Pons fig, Algerina Blanca. So yeah, I've tried one. I've got one more tree of this. It's absolutely delicious. I've never seen many people growing this variety, so I might actually pick it because my Navid's dark Greek has been eaten by something. unfortunately this time of year they don't really have a lot of food around, and they just come and eat them. You can't really do a lot about it. Yeah, the Israeli figs still no ripe. Got few Fico Secco ready to pick. Come around and I'll show you. Yeah, so I got my tray ready to pick the figs. I got lots to pick today, so I will do few videos and then join them all together. I'll show you sort of like a harvesting video. And I think got one Violet de Bordeaux. Nothing to rave about this variety, but I think some people still like them. They are a nice fig, you must have it. The Secco looks really nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick these figs and I'll show you the other greenhouses. Just a quick one before I pick all these figs. I was almost tempted to pick and eat that straight away. There's Bourjassoud Gris. Sorry, I keep saying that. It's Bourjassoud Noir, also known as Violet de Solis. Yeah, so the figs are ripening really well. I'll come around in a minute. And also has really nice flavor. Also go here, lots of Ponte Teresa ripening and also being eaten by birds or something. I think that fig is eaten from the other side. I can see some of them got eaten, but that's okay. We still got loads to pick. Up there. Yeah, I should have brought my gloves. Unfortunately, some of the nice ripe ones have been eaten or been pecked by the birds or mice. I don't know. Don't care. The Martinica has been splitting. This is what happens when you got so many figs that you can't keep an eye on everything at the same time. If I had like 20 fig trees in a small greenhouse, then I can go and take care of them properly. I stopped growing. I keep saying this. I stopped growing all the vegetables because I need to spend more time with the trees, not just figs. Also got other fruit trees. This is the Nero di Telrisi variegated, so you can see, but I haven't been eating them. I just picking from on the floor. You can't eat so many figs, you can only eat so much. Yeah, they are good. I put it here, I'll show you how they look like. They're actually a good fig, but when you have dead ripe Ponte Teresas, which I'll show you now, as well as I'll put it on this side for comparison. Yeah, so when you have figs like oh my god, when you have figs like that right next to that, you know, you can only eat so much, can you? So I'm gonna eat both anyway. Ponte Teresa is ruined. The other fig was a bit bland. So I'm missing out on all these figs, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick all these Ponte Teresas, and I'll come back and then I'll show you what I've got. Oh, I actually forgot to show you the Algerina Blanca in this tunnel or greenhouse. I've been eating a few of them. Just picked a collar and Deca from Ponds. If you want to actually see how these figs looks like when you cut it open, then follow me on Instagram. I post all my photos over there. A lot of people have asked me why I'm not doing like taste sessions or tasting videos. It's because I post my photos there, and that's how I wanted to do it. Picked a couple more Decar and Collar. So yeah, it's looking good. You can see a couple more Nero 600 ripening. I'll pick that as well. So I've been recording an update after picking the figs, and I realized that I haven't clicked the record button. I was just rambling away. But anyway, so this is Bordeaux Saut Noir again from the other side of the tree. You saw some figs I picked earlier. I was ripening on the other side, opposite side of this, because that side get more sunlight, and this bit's catching up now. So it's October now, and I know we're gonna get a few nice days coming up this weekend, so these will all ripen. Most of them will, at least. So yeah, so you got a few nice figs ripening here. I know Wesley was saying his sister found a tree in the south of France, and he wanted to know what variety it was. But I really think it's a Bordeaux Saut Noir type, but it could be one of the seedlings of Bordeaux Saut Noir. In that case, you know, it's a new variety. But this variety is grown widely in the south of France or west, or pretty much everywhere in France, I believe, because it's such a lovely variety. And if we had a bit more sunlight and heat this year, these figs, most of them would have ripened by the end of August, and then we could have enjoyed it through September. But unfortunately this year was a bit not that great. So, but anyway, they are ripening. That's the main thing. And I picked picked 3 Bordeaux Saut Noir today. The other day I had about 5 or 6. And we've got Ponte Teresas and Algerina Blanca there, beautiful fig. Collar, I don't think I showed you that fig before. A few white Madeiras, and the Ponte Teresas. I got some cuttings for a friend. I was talking to a few people, and then they were saying, obviously I have been posting a lot of photos of my Ponte Teresa on my Instagram, which goes onto my Facebook account as well, and I share them in groups. So you must have seen my photos before. I get a lot of figs, and my tree is really protective, and then I've posted a few videos as well. And it could be that it's growing in the right spot, and it's getting plenty of sunlight, and it's growing in ground. Although it's in a pot, it has put its root down in the soil. So yeah, I'm getting figs like that big. If you compare that to the Secatier or even the Bordeaux Saut Noir, which is usually bigger than I don't know, if you compare it to a £2 coin, I would say that fig is bigger than that, definitely almost double. So Ponte Teresa was always thought as a smaller fig, like a teardrop shaped medium-sized fig, but I'm getting these huge figs, and it doesn't even compensate in flavor. It's actually one of the top quality fig that you can grow. It's really good in the sense that a lot of figs, when they get overripe, they don't taste that great, but this variety actually is still good, even if it's dead ripe or slightly overripe. I wouldn't say if it's too, it can get to a point where figs are not edible, but this fig you know, keeps its shape. It doesn't split a lot, and it's not watery at all. It's a really meaty and like really delicious fig. And yeah, it was discovered by a guy called Frank from Florida. He was in his holiday in Switzerland, well, obviously in Ponte Teresa, and he found this fig growing in someone's yard. I think he nicked a few cuttings, and then yeah, so yeah, so that's how he introduced that variety to the fig community, and it's one of the greatest fig of all times, I would say. So yeah, so if you are a serious fig collector, you must have this variety. It's absolutely fucking delicious, and it's given you grow them in ground 5-6 years down the lane, you're gonna have figs like that. Obviously in this country you have to grow them in greenhouse, goes without saying. No point growing this outdoors, it won't ripen. Yeah, so we picked a few more Azores dark and I ate them all. White Madeira, I got a few down in the tray. I'm gonna take this home and share it with my mum. My wife and kids don't eat figs, they don't like them. I'm hoping that my kids would eat when they get a bit older, so more for me anyway. But it is really difficult to eat a lot of figs. Yeah, so as you can see, I have picked and throw away a lot of figs, guys. Oh shit, I lost this fig. That was a nice one, but never mind. I lose a lot of figs because they get overripe. The varieties like Negron, if they get overripe, they're no longer good. They get like really really watery, and they're just no good. They're yeah. So yeah, I need to go out and take these figs home. I got one or two more greenhouse to cover. I'll pick all this myth and then I'll show you that as well. Before I leave this plot, I just want to show you the Swiss candy. That one's good. The other one's slightly, well, dead overripe. Got to a point where I don't think they're edible, but these ones are good. The trouble is these figs crack, and then the wood lice, they find them and they will eat them, and they shit all over them, so you can't really, you can still eat them, you can wash them and eat them. I eat them anyway. The last few figs I wanted to show you is the yellow long neck, and just 1 second. Take the keys and go and sit in the car maybe. It's just in the shed. Car keys. Are they? Okay. And a few other figs here. Verdino del Nord.